back to the channel. Today we are starting with part 9 of Applied Chemistry. In this section, we'll explore air pollution and control. Air pollution is one of the most pressing environmental challenges, with pollutants affecting both human health and the environment. We'll cover the types and sources of air pollutants, their effects on human health and the environment, and control mechanisms, including a discussion on photochemical smog and acid rain. Air pollutants are classified into two categories: primary and secondary pollutants. Primary pollutants. These are directly emitted into the atmosphere, including carbon monoxide, a colorless, odorless gas produced from incomplete combustion of fossil fuels, reducing the blood's oxygen-carrying capacity. Nitrogen oxides, formed during combustion at high temperatures, contributing to acid rain and smog. Sulfur oxides, emitted from burning sulfur-containing fuels, leading to acid rain. Hydrocarbons, emitted from vehicles and industry, contributing to smog and the greenhouse effect. Particulate matter, fine particles such as PM10 and PM2.5 are suspended in air, which can penetrate the lungs and cause health issues. Secondary pollutants. These form in the atmosphere through reactions such as ozone, a harmful pollutant at ground level, causing respiratory problems. Peroxyacetyl nitrate, formed in smog, causing eye irritation and damage to plants. Air pollutants originate from a variety of sources, both natural and human-made. These sources can be classified as natural sources. These include volcanic eruptions, release sulfur dioxide and particulate matter. Forest fires, emit carbon monoxide, hydrocarbons, and particulates. Dust storms, contribute to particulate pollution in arid regions. Anthropogenic sources, human activities like industrial emissions, release sulfur oxides, nitrogen oxides, and particulates. Vehicular emissions, emissions from cars and trucks include carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, hydrocarbons, and particulates. Agricultural activities, release ammonia and methane from fertilizers and livestock. Burning fossil fuels for electricity, heating, and transportation, leading to significant emissions. Air pollutants have widespread impacts on both human health and the environment. Effects on human health. Respiratory issues. Pollutants like ozone and PM can cause or exacerbate conditions such as asthma and bronchitis. Cardiovascular problems. Long-term exposure to pollutants like CO and SO2 is linked to heart disease and stroke. Cancer risk. Some hydrocarbons, like benzene, are known carcinogens. Neurodevelopmental impacts. Exposure during pregnancy can affect fetal brain development, leading to cognitive deficits. Effects on the environment. Ecosystem damage. Pollutants like nitrogen oxides and sulfur dioxide can acidify water bodies and soils, damaging plant life. Climate change. Greenhouse gases contribute to global warming, causing rising sea levels and more extreme weather events. Damage to buildings. Acid rain corrodes structures, especially those made from stone and metal. Air pollutants naturally disperse and are removed by certain sinks, but human intervention is often required to control emissions effectively. Natural sinks. Forests absorb CO2 through photosynthesis. Oceans act as sinks by absorbing CO2 and other gases. Rain helps remove pollutants like particulate matter and sulfur dioxide from the atmosphere through wet deposition. Control mechanisms. Electrostatic precipitators remove particulates from industrial exhaust. Scrubbers remove sulfur dioxide from flue gases using water and neutralizing agents. Catalytic converters installed in vehicles to convert toxic gases into less harmful substances. Bag filters trap particulate matter in industrial exhaust systems. Photochemical smog is a type of air pollution formed when sunlight reacts with nitrogen oxides and volatile organic compounds in the atmosphere. It is common in urban areas with heavy traffic and industrial activity. Photochemical smog forms when nitrogen oxides and volatile organic compounds react under sunlight, producing ozone, PAN, and other harmful pollutants. The effects of photochemical smog include health effects, respiratory issues, and eye irritation. Environmental effects damages crops and vegetation while deteriorating building materials. Reduction in visibility. Hazy conditions contribute to traffic accidents. Control measures include reducing nitrogen oxides and volatile organic compounds emissions by using cleaner fuels, improving vehicle standards, and promoting alternative energy sources. Acid rain occurs when sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides react with water vapor in the atmosphere to form sulfuric and nitric acids. These acids then fall to the ground as precipitation, with harmful effects. Causes of acid rain. Sulfur oxide and nitrogen oxides emissions. These gases primarily come from burning fossil fuels in power plants, industrial facilities, and vehicles. Long-distance transport. Acidic compounds can be carried by wind over long distances before falling as rain, snow, or fog. Effects of acid rain. Damage to aquatic ecosystems, soil acidification, forest damage, and corrosion of buildings. Prevention and control of acid rain. Reducing sulfur oxide and nitrogen oxides emissions, using cleaner fuels, adopting desulfurization techniques, and using catalytic converters in vehicles. International agreements. Countries can collaborate on reducing cross-border pollution through treaties like the Clean Air Act and the Convention on Long-Range Transboundary Air Pollution. Use of alternative energy sources, solar, wind, and nuclear energy can help reduce the emissions of acid rain-causing pollutants. In summary, air pollutants include primary pollutants like CO, nitrogen oxides, sulfur oxides, hydrocarbons, and particulate matter, as well as secondary pollutants like ozone and PAN. Sources of pollution include both natural events like volcanic eruptions and human-made activities like industrial and vehicular emissions. Effects of air pollution range from health problems such as respiratory and cardiovascular diseases to environmental damage like acid rain and climate change. Control mechanisms include natural sinks and technologies like electrostatic precipitators and catalytic converters. Photochemical smog and acid rain are major environmental issues caused by air pollution, affecting both health and the environment. We've reached the end of our detailed exploration and covered different topics in this video. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more tutorials on applied chemistry and other exciting topics.